Hi everybody. Welcome to Warm-Up Wednesdays. I am going to talk a little bit about different things about singing and do warm-ups. Today what I'd like to do is start out by talking about diction. When you do a competition or any kind of audition, one of the things that they frequently judge you on is diction. So what does diction mean? Diction is actually an umbrella term. The definition of diction is really word choice. But when we're singing, we aren't choosing our own words necessarily unless we're singer-songwriters, in which case, then we choose the words. But otherwise, somebody else has already written the words, like perhaps Stephen Sondheim. And so it's up to us to sing those words the way he intended. And so diction is the umbrella for three other terms that we're going to use. And one of them is pronunciation, which is the rules. This is based on your language. This is based on your region. So for example, in German, if you have a vowel and it's followed by one consonant, it would be a closed vowel, like lese. If you have a vowel and it's followed by two consonants, as long as one isn't, the first one is an H, then it's an open vowel. So for example, I'm trying to think of a word now. I'll think of a word later. I'll come back to you. But it would be an open vowel in that case. In most European languages, including German, the letter S between two vowels is voiced, meaning it becomes a Z. So going back to German, lesen. This is called an intervocalic rule. Italian, at the beginning of a word, you pronounce the R as a rolled R. Rrr. In the middle of a word, like cara, it's flipped. So it would be rigoletto, caro rigoletto. So that's pronunciation. Articulation is what we're working on in the studio. And that is the action. And it is, where do consonants and vowels live in my mouth? So what I'd like to do today is do a few of the articulation exercises that I do with my students. And so the first one that I'd like to do is one I do a whole lot. Oops. Back up. And that one is, so that is, like it, I like it, I like it, I like it a lot. Now, what I like about this exercise, I like it a lot. What I like about this exercise is it starts with an L, which is forward in your mouth. It has a K in the middle of it, which is pronounced with the back of your tongue, k, l, k, and then a T, t, l, k, t, l, k, t. The exercise was originally presented to me at a workshop by Liz Kaplan. Liz Kaplan's an actress. Liz Kaplan's a voice teacher, big voice teacher in New York. And she did the exercise as log it a log it a log it a log it a la, which I found easy. But when I came home and did it with my students, they tripped over it. So I decided to make it something that you would say. So, like it, I like it, I like it, I like it a lot. Like it, I like it, I like it, I like it a lot. Like it, I like it, I like it, I like it a lot. Like it, I like it, I like it, I like it a lot. Like it, I like it, I like it, I like it a lot. So there's an exercise I do very frequently, probably at every lesson with people. Another exercise I do is, which I got from my teacher, Mariana Bushing. Zela zala, zela zala, zela zala, zela za. Zela zala, zela zala, zela zala, zela za. Zela zala, zela zala, zela zala, zela za. This exercise is kept very forward because the Z, the A is a bright open vowel. I'm sorry, closed vowel. It's a bright closed vowel. The ah is more of an open vowel. it is more of a central vowel. So we're going back and forth between ea, 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 and we have the L in between, which also helps keep things forward. I find this exercise is very helpful for transitioning through registers. You noticed when I went down, I went into my lower register relatively easily. There was a transition, but it wasn't hideous. Another thing to consider is how you're going to, vowel migration, which I have up here. Vowel migration is when the vowel is modified or transitions to a slightly different vowel depending on where you are in your voice. When you're in speaking range, you can pretty much say the words exactly as they're intended. But when you're going higher, you may need to tweak that a little bit. So for example, if I go, and I go up with this exercise, I go, zela, zola, zela, zola, zela, zola, zela, za. Zela, zola, zela, zola, zela, zola, zela, za. I'm going to be letting my mouth open just a little more. Zela, zola, zela, zola, zela, zola, zela, za. Zela, zola, zela, zola, zela, zola, zela, za. Zela, zola, zela, zola, zela, zola, zela, za. That vowel might not be as closed on the very top for that zela because it's high, and I'm not going to be able to do zela, or it'll sound like that. And nobody wants to sound like that. That's pinched and squeaky. So we don't want to sound like that. Another exercise that is good for vowel migration is to do Jean, Jane, John, June, Jen, as though you're calling a name. And let's say that you're calling your friend Jean, but she doesn't hear you. Maybe she's got headphones on, I don't know. And she's going further away. So you're going to call her louder. When you call her louder, what do? Do you change the pronunciation of her name? No, you just open your mouth more, but you still keep the pronunciation. You still keep what is referred to as the vowel integrity. So, for example, Jean, 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 Jean. And if by that point she doesn't hear you, the heck with her. If you have trouble with that, try calling John and Jean when you get higher. Jean, John, Jean, John, Jean, because John establishes the space you need, and then you just put Jean in there. John, Jean, 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 Jean. Something else I also do up that high is because J is a voiced consonant. J, j, j. Sometimes it can pull things down a little bit. So you might want to think about mixing a little CH into that. You don't want to say cheen, but if you say Jean, that high, it gets a little pulled down, it gets a little flat. So if you go Jean, 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 and think about mixing a little CH into it, that should help you with that. Other exercises. This is one of my own. I'm going to say have a nice day, because those are words you say. Have a nice day. Okay, so have a nice day is pretty much in spoken register right there. It's really not that high. What if I sing it up higher? Have a nice day. I'm not changing it to a different vowel. I'm not going, have a nice day. Because that's have a nice day, and that's not the same thing. I want some cheese. Still not too high. I can still have an idea of having cheese. I want some cheese. It's pretty much cha at the top, but my tongue is still in E position. And as I go down, I'm closing a little bit so that by the time it gets to the bottom, it's not cheese. because, again, that's not a word. Nobody's going to know what you want. They'll give you something else. You want cheese. So those are some of the articulation exercises. Oh, here's another one. It's right here on this page. Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. This is from Rejoice Greatly from the Messiah, an aria I don't sing. In the first iteration of this, it's pretty much pronounced where it would be. Rejoice, rejoice. As it goes a little higher, rejoice, rejoice. I get to that D, and I'm going to have to open my mouth more. You can play with that and do it with rejoice, 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 rejoice. So I'm opening my mouth more, and I am giving the sound more space. Let's say that you have a really bright E vowel, and you're it's too bright, and you want some more space in it, and you're having trouble finding that. So you're going E. Well, nobody wants to hear that. So let's say you're going to go You're starting with oo. Ooh. And if oo is not a best vowel, you start with ah. The ah is going to give the E more space, and the E is going to give the ah more brightness. So if, let's say your E vowel is great, but your oo vowel is a little dark, switch it around. Etc. So these are articulation exercises that I use, and some of them I've made up, some of them are exercises that I've got elsewhere, and these were diction, under the umbrella of diction. Pronunciation, again, is the rules. Articulation is the action. Where do consonants and vowels live in your mouth, and how can you adjust the space, which is resonance, how can you adjust the space in order to maximize the quality of those sounds most efficiently, or minimize the space? You know, you don't want too big of a mouth at the bottom of your register, or it's going to sound dark and woofy. So what's the best way? How do you have to adjust things? So those were articulation exercises, and it's all in service of clarity, which is enunciation. So if you are articulating and following the rules of speech as they apply in your region, your country, your language, you will achieve clarity. You will achieve good enunciation, and people will be able to understand what the heck you're saying. So this is the first of Warm-Up Wednesdays, or the Wednesday warm-up. I forgot what I called it at the beginning. And what I would like to do in the future is cover different areas of vocal technique, different ideas about seasonal things. Next Wednesday is the 30th anniversary of the passing of Leonard Bernstein, who I feel wrote in a way that really mimicked the way we talk. Not everybody agrees with me about that, but that's the way I think. And so I have some exercises that are based on Bernstein songs, little snippets of them. And yeah, I have some Halloween exercises which I had planned to start out the month with, but we're going to wait on those. They're kind of cool though. Thank you very much, and have a great day.